Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I don't know why I did the thumbs up, but anyways, I hope you guys are doing amazing. And guys, I don't know how to feel. 4 more days and the year is over. Isn't that crazy? It feels like December just started, literally. Time is just going by so fast, guys. I cannot. Anyways, let's get this party started. Starting off by applying my peel off base like always, and this will allow me to pop off my set right after I'm done. And for today's look, I'm doing a New Year's inspired look, but it's more of a recreation. I have done this set on a client and I loved it. I was obsessed with it. My client loved it, and a lot of people liked it too. So I had to recreate it and like you already know, do Frenchies with it. So keep watching if you want to see how I created this look right here. As always, using my all-time favorite tips. I'm not even joking, guys. In the shape square, go check them out because I do love them truly. Everything that you see that I'm using on my videos, it's because I truly love it and I genuinely think they are good products. I'm not just gonna show you something because I have a discount code or because it was sent to me for free. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna show it to you guys. So everybody asked me about my shaping and stuff, and these tips help me a lot. I don't have to do much shaping. It helps me with my application because the shape is already very nice. So yeah, definitely check them out. And I always do this step before application. I make sure I file all those little corners of the tips that, are sticking out because that messes up with application, guys. So I always want to make sure my base is smooth so my application can be smooth. I'm going to be using Secret Nail Affairs Elite Pro Monomer, and the base that I'm using, I mixed 3 colors together and this was the result of it. Everything's going to be linked down below. And if you've seen my videos before, you already know I'm obsessed with Frenchies, so let me show you how I do them. So I start off by placing a bead where the natural nail and the tip meet. And I always try to do a small to medium size bead, but it always depends on the length of the nail, the length of the actual Frenchie that you want to make. And honestly, you can start by applying smaller beads, and I feel like that will be easier to control. But keep in mind that you do have to build it up because this is where your apex is going to be. Remember that the apex is the stress point, and it has to be where your natural nail and the tip meet. So I do feel like that's the only thing that's a little bit tricky when you do Frenchies. It's because you technically have to build up the apex on the actual Frenchie. After I'm done with that, when I have my shape down, whatever shape I wanted it to be, it can be more round, more pointy. I place a second bead right below the cuticle area and then drag it down to the tip of the, Frenchie. And then I end up or I finalize it. That's not the word that I wanted to say. Finish it up with a cuticle bead, and that's pretty much it. By this point, you should already have your apex unless you did it kind of thin in general, and if your cover color is already pigmented enough, you can just finish building it up with clear acrylic like I'm doing here. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's pretty simple. You just have to continuously remember to clean up the sides. That way you don't lose that shape, that almond shape or that round shape, whatever shape you want to give your Frenchie. And you just have to see it as pretty much as if you were sculpting an almond nail. So if you want to practice, grab a sculpting form and try to do that. And then once you do it with tips, it will be so much easier. And also, of course, watch out for your powder to liquid ratio. And guys, I don't like to use like that fancy terms or make it sound too complicated. It's as easy as don't apply too much liquid, don't grab too much liquid with your brush. And if the bead becomes too dry too fast, just wet your brush again and touch it, almost like dropping monomer on top of the acrylic, and you will see how it becomes smooth all over again. And if you make the mistake of applying your bead too wet, it's okay, guys. Don't freak out. Everything has a solution in this world, and honestly, sometimes you have to learn the hard way how to do things or what works best for you. And I have said it before, guys, my problem with Frenchies when I was starting out, it was that my beads were too dry, way too dry, to the point where they will become hard pretty quick, and I wouldn't have enough time to move it around, mold it, or anything at all. And once I had that figured out, my beads were too wet. So honestly, you just have to, you know, find a middle point, and it's just practice, guys. It's a matter of practice. Don't be scared, don't be shy. Look at this bead right here. This one was way too wet. Even though I tapped my brush against the paper towel, it was a little too wet still, and very small. So you can already see that I guess the base, it's gonna be too thin. So I already know I have to build it up. But my main thing is that you have to play with it, guys. Almost like playing with Play-Doh, molding it, whatever shape, constantly cleaning up the sides. That's what Frenchies are about. Even though I do file my Frenchies afterwards, there's only so much the file can do. So if the shape is not, you know, let's say 70% good, the filing is not gonna do much. It doesn't do magic. So what I'm trying to say here is that the shape that you give it with your brush, it matters a lot, and it's gonna help you in the end. It's gonna make it easier when you go in with whatever color or whatever glitter you want to apply at the tip. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna let you continue watch it. It's pretty simple. Like I said before, apply a bead where the natural nail and the tip meet, and from there you apply a second bead right below the cuticle area, and then finish it up with a cuticle bead. That's the easiest way I can explain it to you guys. You're gonna see that sometimes I do apply just the one bead at the tip, and then, you know, the cuticle bead. So whatever works best for you guys. Don't be scared to work in small sections. I feel like that's way better than go in with the big bead and then you're not gonna be able to control it. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I'll be back when I'm doing the tips. So my idea for the tips was I wanted them clear. That's another thing. Or if you have watched my videos, I love clear nails. And I think it goes back to a traumatic experience that I had once when I was a beginner. I tried to do clear nails and they came out so cloudy. I was traumatized. So whenever I got more experience, I was like, no, this is not gonna be my, my behind. I have to make sure I am the greatest I could be. So I practiced, and now my clear nails are very much clear. And I'm so proud of that, to be honest. I'm not saying it in a cocky way or nothing like that. But, definitely a lot of practice and patience pays off. Anyways, as always, and I always say it, and I cannot stress it enough, be aware of what you are doing. As you can see, I don't know if you could see, there was a little like roughness from the acrylic application, the filing and all that at the tip. So if I was to leave it just like that, it is not gonna be clear, like glass clear anymore. So what I'm doing here is I'm wetting the entire tip and I'm trying to see where I could cover up that roughness or those scratches, and that's where I'm gonna place my foils pretty much. And these foils I got off of SHEIN, guys. They were only $1, and the tub is pretty big. As you can see, I've used it a couple times and it still looks pretty full. So definitely, if you're a beginner, go check out SHEIN's website. They have a ton of nail tech stuff, nail tech products, not acrylic or none of that, but accessories and, little things like nail art and stuff. And they are so cute and so affordable. Definitely worth checking them out. Now we're gonna encapsulate the nails, and when doing clear nails, I guess I can only give you so many tips because honestly everyone's different. Everyone has a different method of application, etc. But the one thing I can tell you for sure, do not dip your brush into the monomer more than you need to. Do not go like back and forth between the monomer and the nail and the monomer and the nail, because that's going to create air bubbles. And eventually the air bubbles are going to get transferred into the brush and then onto the acrylic when you pick it up. Other than that, make sure your monomer is clean at all times. Even if your application is pretty neat, Your monomer is gonna get a little bit cloudy the more you use it, so keep changing it. Don't apply too much, that way you don't waste it, but make sure you're checking it constantly just to make sure it's not getting too cloudy. Other than that, if you happen to see an air bubble, because sometimes they'll be very noticeable, you can poke them using your brush or something pointy, almost like popping a balloon, you know. So yeah, you could always do that too.
So then, why?
Now let's move on to shaping. I already have a full video on how I shape my own nails, so go check it out if you haven't. Okay, guys, now to the fun part. I'm gonna be using Born Pretty metallic drawing gel. The shade is called Alchemist, and honestly, this was sent to me for free. But it is one of those products that you don't know you need until you get them, you know? And I have tried a bunch of different gold gel liners, and they are all too yellow. So when I got this one, I was not expecting it to be this gorgeous. I honestly really like it. You should go check it out. It's definitely worth it. It's more on the metallic side, but still a nice gold liner. And it's very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way, so it's going to last you a long time. But yeah, I'm just going to be making random lines all throughout the nails. And here I'm using my Hella Cute liner brush from Nails by Dev. But later you're gonna see me switch to a shorter bristle brush, and that makes sense. It's so much more easy to do it with a short bristle brush. I feel like with this one, I will pick up, no matter how much product I will pick up, it did not do much. Like the thickness of the line, it didn't go like a long way. I don't know, but it just wasn't working. Here I'm using a different brush, and this one is the 9mm brush from Nails by Dev as well. And honestly, it was just so much easier right away. I always get super anxious towards the end of the video because I already want everyone to see the results. But without further ado, I'm just topping it off with Secret Nail Affairs top coat, and that is the finished look, guys. And this will probably be my last video of the year. So thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing, commenting, just clicking the like button, just for everything. I hope you guys love this video or this look as much as I love it, and I wish you guys the happiest New Year's with your loved ones. Stay safe out there and enjoy. If you're still watching, thank you for watching till the end. I'm gonna attach some videos of the look, and that is it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.